Hello and welcome to day 4 of our previews for April. And today is our last set that we're going to be previewing, and it's called Happy Cat Day. And it has 11 cute little kitties on it, and they're each about an inch tall, except for the one with the balloons. That one's about 2 inches tall. And I made a die that goes with it called 9 window die. And the little window spots are just the perfect size for these cute little guys. And then I'm also going to be using a new stamp set called Birthday Slim Sayings. So I took 8 of the cats because I'm going to use the one with the big bunch of balloons. And that one's going to fit over 2 of the windows in the die. So I took 8 of the stamps and I put them on the Misty and went ahead and stamped them. And I had actually filmed another video before this, and my camera shut off right when I was coloring them. So I had another one started, finished all the way through, stood up to grab my camera, and realized my camera had shut off. So I had to refilm. So I refilmed this one, and it's going to be all white kitties, and then it's going to be more of a pink and purple theme to this card. But both cards are identical, just this one's going to be in pinks and purples, and the other one is in rainbows. And I have a preview of that at the very end of this video. So I just used 2 different purples, 2 different pinks, and 2 different yellows. I didn't want to put in a lot of different cards since there's so much to color on this. I wanted it to be pretty fast and simple getting this one done. So I'm just going through and coloring all the images with either pink or purple or the yellow. And then I colored that little strawberry on top of that yummy piece of cake. And then I just used E11 and E13 for like the chocolate cake and the chocolate cupcake in this. And I actually, the kitty that's sleeping on the cake, I just did that like a white cake. I'm sorry, it's E13 and E17, not E11 and E13. And then I used RV10 for the little inside of his ears, and then I will be using ROO for the little cheeks on them. So I'm just finishing up the guys, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. Now, since I had cut out that other set before this, my dies are actually all together on one piece ready to cut out, so I could just lay it over, cut it out, be done. So that was kind of nice. So I'm just getting ready to cut them out here, and I just use my Cuttlebug machine. And then after I cut them out, I'm just going to move them to the side, and we're going to get started. And then I'm going to work on the background design for the 9 window die. So I used picked raspberry and seedless preserves, and I'm just laying the coating of the pink and then the purple, and then I go back and I'm blending them in, and then more pink, and then blend that all in. And I'm just going back and forth with the pink and the purple, blending them in, because I want this to be striped for the 9 window die. And so I use my die, and I see I haven't done enough, so I'm going to add 1 more row of pink. And after I add the row of pink, I was going back to get that purple all blended in, and the little paint dauber thing fell off. So I just kind of improvised and did the best I could. So I wanted to give it a different look, so I took some clear embossing powder and went over the entire image with it, and then used my embossing gun to heat set the embossing powder. And of course this video is sped up so you can see how fast this goes, because I think I actually sat there, it took almost 5 minutes to get this whole thing done, embossed. So just go ahead and emboss it, and then it gives it kind of a glossy look, which I thought was a really cool look to this. So after I finished that and I let it cool down a minute or two to make sure it was nice and dry and done, solid, I went ahead and cut it so I could fit it through the Cuttlebug machine. And I just used my 9 window die and ran it through the Cuttlebug machine. And then we're going to go ahead and get started on getting the card assembled. Now, off camera, I cut out the card base and I cut it out a 1/4 inch larger around all 4 sides. And then I just used a basic purple cardstock for this. And I attached the 9 window die to the card base using art glitter glue. And then I'm just going to go ahead and start getting the kitties on here. For the kitties, I also used the art glitter glue. I decided not to do the pop dots on them because I wanted them to sit flat on the card. And I just think these kitties are so cute. How happy would a little girl be getting this card with the little white kitties? I remember when I was little, I was so in love with kitties, cats and kitties. And for one of my birthdays, I got this big white floppy kitty for my birthday, and I was so happy with that. So I know I would have loved this card back then. So I go ahead and get the kitties done, and then we're going to go ahead and get the sentiment added to the card. The Birthday Slim Sayings sentiment set has 15 sentiments, and not all of them are slim sentiments. Some of them are the bigger size. I used the one that says put on your party hat and celebrate. And I stamped it on just a white strip of cardstock. And then I go ahead and add the little fishtails to each end of it. I stamped the sentiment using lilac posies from Memento Inks, and that's just the little dewdrop ink pad. I attached the sentiment strip to the card using art glitter glue, and I had no problem getting it to stick to the embossed part of the card. So that's our card for today, and that's our final preview for this release. So make sure to join us tomorrow at noon Central Time. Everything will be available on the website. I hope you enjoyed our release. And this is our 14th anniversary of CC Designs. So come and join us. And I hope you liked the video. If you did, hit like. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. And we'll see you later. Thank you. And have a crafty kind of day. See you later. Bye.